Hi, this is Hodrobino from DevilsDigest.com, reporting from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, where Arizona State falls to 8-5 on the season after a 2013 loss in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl to Wisconsin. And look, guys, we're in the city of Las Vegas. There's a lot of predictable things that happen here in Sin City. To no one's surprise, the line was 7.5, Wisconsin being favored. And sure enough, there are a lot of bettors, maybe even some ASU fans too, that are disappointed after this loss just for that reason alone. But also we talk about the predictability factor. Wisconsin is exactly what ASU saw on film. Sure, they did throw some wrinkles here and there, but their ability to rush the ball well, especially in the first half, and be able to stifle the ASU ground game was definitely evident today. Now, it's no secret that ASU was absolutely outmanned, down 9 starters, and I think probably the biggest personnel loss was the somewhat unexpected one out of the bunch. Nose tackle DJ Davidson, who suffered a concussion in one of the bowl practices in Tempe, was not able to play. But truth be told, even though Braylon Allen, the star running back for the Badgers, had over 150 yards, I think 159 to be exact, Wisconsin as a team only rushed for 157 yards. So it's not like they were just ramming the ball up and down ASU's throat, especially in the second half. The ASU defense played very well, shut out the Badger offense. Deep in the fourth quarter, the Badgers only had 59 yards total of offense, but 30 of those yards came on a huge 30-yard first down passing play by Wisconsin, and that really was, I'm not going to say the nail in the coffin, but really put a damper in ASU's comeback efforts. ASU only scored 6 points on 2 field goals in the first half. Unlike Wisconsin, they were not able to convert a first half turnover into a touchdown. 7 of Wisconsin points did come on the ensuing possession following a Jaden Daniels interception, but I thought Jaden Daniels, for the most part, really played a gutsy game. He was sacked 4 times, probably was tackled for a loss, like a couple more. He rushed for 40 yards, and it took him 19 carries to do that. But against a defense such as Wisconsin that made a lot of offenses really halt in their tracks, ASU was just one more team that was a quote-unquote victim of that really stout Wisconsin defense. Daniel Ngata, the starting running back, obviously had a whale of a time trying to crack this front 7 for the Badgers. Only had 23 yards rushing, but did score the lone touchdown for ASU in the third quarter. And ASU actually did score in the first possession of the second half, but from there on out, Wisconsin was able to put the clamps on the ASU offense, just like the ASU defense was able to return a favor to Wisconsin. So again, it just really became a game where just little mistakes, little big plays here and there really hurt the Sun Devils' efforts in achieving a probably improbable win against a team like Wisconsin. So with a record of 8-5, Herm Edwards matches the best win and loss record out of full season that he had as in Tempe tenure. But obviously, it really is big off-season of uncertainty, if you will, for the Sun Devils with the cloud of the looming NCAA investigation. It's anybody's guess when those findings are going to come down, what kind of sanctions ASU is going to have to endure. So there definitely is a lot of uncertainty going into the 2022 season for the Sun Devils. And after a game like this, you're faced with more question marks than answers on how this team is going to look in the 2022 campaign. But there definitely are some issues to solve on both sides of the ball for ASU, and we're going to talk at length about those elements all throughout the offseason. So again, predictability isn't always a good thing, and tonight's result in Las Vegas is probably an example of that. Maybe it wasn't the blowout that some people expected, but in many respects, Wisconsin is exactly what ASU expected to see, and I thought that some of the shortcomings that Sun Devils displayed are unfortunately shortcomings we saw all throughout what Herm Edwards called a very long 2021 season for ASU. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, there's a lot of coverage that's going to take place in the off-season, and before you know it, spring practice will be here sometime around March. Signing off from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Hodrobino for DevilsDigest.com.